right, welcome to the newest updated version of the room tour. Since the last one, we have gotten rid of basically anything that's not at a Mattel Basic, Elite, or Ultimate, besides that big rock right there. Really, that's all that we have in our collection. And we're just going to take a walk around and show you all of the additions to this room. So we are going to start over on this side, and I got my handy. This is how I add my figures to my shelves. I have a little painting step stool here, and I just have it in my office. And I just come up here like this. And we take a look, and we got the Four Horsemen and the Nasty Boys. We got the Rick Rude shelf. I'm not going to go through them like individually. You guys know. If you're watching this video, you know who these people are. This is the gimmick kind of shelf, which is pretty cool. And then we move over here, and we have Iron Sheik and Sergeant Slaughter. And then some random people, Sid and Nikolai and the Junkyard Dog. Moving down here, Cowboy Bob, Dusty. Some of the managers from the new gen kind of era, a little bit before the new gen, maybe the golden era as well. Some of the older ladies from the golden era. A lot of people's favorite wrestler, Bret Hart here. There he is. And Anvil, the two Anvils. We got Andre. We got the Andre shelf here. And Rick. Sticky Icky Ric Flair. And then we come down here and we got the Doinkster. And the British Bulldog. And one of my favorite wrestlers, Razor Ramon. I do have these cool looking like metal signs throughout the room as well. And a random baseball bat. It's just kind of to protect the wall from the chair and stuff. But there's the Big Boss Man. And another one of my favorites, the $1 Million Man. There's Virgil and that new Build-A-Figure Virgil, which is pretty sweet. Another awesome dude. Another awesome dude here. The Warrior. It's the Ultimate Warrior shelf. We got the Hot Rod. Roddy Piper. This thing's pretty sweet. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I don't know if you guys smell what he's cooking. You probably can't from where you're at, but yeah, I think they made a couple of these. I think they made this and John Cena and maybe Roman Reigns. I don't know. And I don't remember. This was one of the first figures in my wrestling collection right there. This was the first right here. The, I don't know, Flashback series or Lost Legends, I think that's what that's called. Lost Legends, which got me started. Thanks, wife. Mr. Perfect, got that Build-A-Figure, the new Legends line there. The Bushwhackers. We got Sticky Icky Ricky, Steamboat. And another shelf with just kind of random dudes thrown on there. Some good ones though. And then now we're waiting to add to that shelf. We move things around, so we got an empty shelf. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And we got some announcers there. And coming up here, we got the Stinger. And down here, some more announcers and managers. Some Build-A-Figure ones, some tough ones to come by. And over here, we got Goldberg and Oldberg. Little mixture of both. And the Steiner brothers. I think those figures are both awesome. They might be in the top 10 for me this year. They're sweet figures. But we're going to come down here to the Hogan shelf. If you guys remember, this used to be my bobblehead collection. I used to collect bobbleheads, and I collected Minnesota Twins bobbleheads. But now it's filled with wrestling figures, and it's filled with Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, and then just random other people. Some cool ones. Those are the old ones. I think the Then Now Forever Typhoon and Earthquake, and now they have like the new Greatest Hits ones or something out. The Ultimate Terry Funk you guys saw. There's those guys with a little paint smear back there. Anywho, Legion of Doom in the house. I put this thing on. I slid this thing onto the screws that are holding it up. When it was still wet, I painted it, this big shelf. And it got paint smears, as you can see, just kind of like all over the walls. And then I didn't have the paint, the wall paint, to touch it up. So it looks like a foolish kind of thing. This is in my mind, the Legends kind of shelf. They're awesome. I don't know, did we show Hacksaw? There he is. There's the Ultimate Editions of the Gobbledygooker and Undertaker. Little MVP, Daniel Bryan, and Mr. Ted DiBiase Jr. But we're going to make our way back up here and show off some of these figures as well. If you guys are watching this and you're like, wow, this is pretty cool, or I don't really like this, I have a list of like probably 100 older figures that I'm looking to get to add to the collection. So if you're like, hey, do you have the one figure and you're watching and you're like, you don't have this? Well, it's probably on the list of figures that I want to grab. Nation of Domination. We'll just come back up here and do this. I wanted to make this into a custom Rick Steiner and get the Braun Breaker. I just haven't found it with the pink and the numbers on it. But there's all of those guys. Scotty 2 Hottie, I love that one. I need to make a Grandmaster Sexay. That'd be awesome. Stone Cold on the Smash shelf. He just got pissed off and broke that shelf. Rattlesnake. Let's get a couple of brews there. And then we come down here and we got the Taker. Mr. Taker. And Undertaker and Paul Bearer. I'm looking to get those new Paul Bearers that are out. I don't know if they're in the Greatest Hits or is it Series 106? God, I don't know. But yeah, that'd be cool. Can hold your tag team title up a little better there, Undertaker, don't you think? I mean, geez, dude. Get off the step stool, move back a little bit, and you can see my sweet Vikings lamp. But there's the Rock. These are the short rocks. I like to call them the short rocks because the figures are so short compared to the rest of these. But yeah, there's that. And then we'll come back over here. Big Show, Gadfather, Kurt Angle. Got another Kurt Angle on the way, so there's space there for him. Some Chris Jericho. We'll come back and look at that. But yeah, we got Rock and Sock Connection. There's Mankind. I know a lot of you guys know about this already, but this thing's pretty sweet. I love how it lights up. There's all kinds of different patterns. This is the new gen shelf with most of the new gen guys that I could fit on here. The lighting isn't the best in here. I have lights, as you can see. Light, but they just don't work the best, so we're not even going to turn them on. But this is the ladies shelf from the Attitude Era or new gen Attitude Era to current. Here's just some random dudes hanging out, the Ghostbusters guys. A lot of other people's favorite wrestlers down here. We got the Edgester. And there's that awesome Rated R spinner belt there. But we got the Edge and we got John Cena. And then if you look right here, Look at this. We got 2 massive bins of figures. Elites down there. Basics up here with some elites. Like you can see there's a tugboat. Some of these elites are just kind of beat up, so they're in there. These figures right here are giveaways. I like to give away figures. So these figures are in the giveaway bin. And that's why they're there. Moving on over here, we got Matt Hardy and Rob Van Dam and Batista. And we'll just kind of work our way this way. Hurricane. Time to play the game. You guys can play the game. There he is. Time to play the game. Bam Bam. Vader. Christian. And Jeff Hardy. And then we get into my mint on card figures that I just haven't gotten the courage up to open yet. I don't have that many, but I have Defining Moments Rock, Series 28 Crush, Macho Man came with the new gen, that whole package with Doink and Diesel. Only one I have, or kept I should say, is Macho Man. Lita, Zack Ryder, and the Hall of Fame 4-pack, Larry Zbyszko, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Eddie Guerrero. WCW Nitro Notables. We got some other figures we're going to open up on the channel here, just some randoms. As you can see, Funko Pop. I'm not a Funko Pop collector. These figures are basics. They're going to be given away, and given away on the channel. And then these are also going to be given away. Angelo Dawkins is still up for grabs. And at some point, I'm going to give away this Chase $1 Million Man. So again, if you're new, keep your eye peeled for the giveaways. But then, we also have this John Cena Defining Moment. And I did pick up this 4-pack. I wasn't going to pick it up. They recalled it, and then I saw it in the wild. And it's the regular version that has that 60 logo on it, or the original version, I should say. And so I said, I'm going to pick it up. And then I just didn't have the nerve to open it. When they recalled it, I was like, well, let's just keep it MOC. Let's keep it the old MOC. So, a bunch of giveaway stuff, like I said. Tons of giveaway stuff there. We're going to turn this light off because we don't need that on anymore. We're going to put Cactus Jack back up since I knocked him down. And then we're going to work our way over to this side of my office. There's the old TV and the old office and the old root beer. And we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. We got the Eddies and the Rays. Rest in peace, Eddie. One of my other favorite wrestlers. We're going to move this work phone out of the way. Shawn Michaels. Just did a ranking on him and an opening of one of his figures. That one, actually, the greatest hits. All these figures, most of them, you can see unboxed on this channel if you want to, so check that out. There's DX, and that sun is just shining in here. Lighting up Mr. Ass. Here's the McMahons I have. They're hanging out on the shelf by themselves. The McMahon family. And then we come up here, and we got the NWO. We got the Retro Fest, Mr. Perfect, and just threw an NWO shirt on him. So he's in there. There we go. And then some other figures. Chavo, I need to find a headband for him. I might just pick up the Undertaker Ruthless Aggression headband. I've moved it over to him a couple times, and I'm like, that looks pretty good. So save some money there and just throw that headband on. But here's the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. This is pretty sweet. Here's the Brock shelf, Mr. Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate. There's Mr. Drew McIntyre. No, just Drew McIntyre. And then the Shield. And Mr. Seth Rollins, who we just ranked on the channel. If you guys want to see any of these closer up and you want to see me rank some of these figures, just let me know. Say, hey, can you rank your Wade Barrett figures? And I'll do it for you. So there's Wade. Here is Mr. Randy Orton. Welcome back. Just jacked out of his mind now. Guy's just ridiculous. And this guy's wrestling in gyms. Poor guy. I always enjoyed his character, but yeah, he caused a mess for himself with some stuff. Alberto Del Rio. And here's Bobby, the Bobster. Bobby Lashley. And then Biggie and Biggie and Kofi Kingston are the only two that I have. I don't have Xavier Woods for some reason. Only one Dolph Ziggler in the whole collection, which is kind of crazy. Tensai, cool figure. And then these guys just tip over, so they're actually on stands. And so I said, you know what? Let's put them all on stands to make it look like the right height. And this is the Samoan Dynasty. Here it is. These are the Samoan Dynasty figures that I have. And I also have the head of the table and Mr. Paul Heyman. Rusev. We got the Miz. And John Morrison, that's a new one added to the collection right there. Series number 4, is it? I don't know, one of those earlier series. Sheamus, Cesaro, and the only 3 CM Punks I have in my collection are right there. And the 2 are missing their shirts. That's series number 1. And I don't remember what series that is, but it comes with a blue hoodie. And you can see that blue hoodie, like, melted off some of its hair. But yeah, those are the 3 CM Punks I have in my collection. And then we make our way to Goldberg and Stardust / Cody Rhodes. And up to AJ Styles. I know some people have asked for me to rank him, so be on the lookout for that. Then just some randoms and early series. Ted DiBiase Legacy, Finlay, Fandango, Santino, Bo Dallas Believe, Daniel Bryan MVP, and a couple of Rybacks. And the last 2 figures that I haven't shown, Braun Strowman and Luke Harper, who's missing his sweaty shirt, but I still think it looks cool. And yeah, that is... As you can see, I used to have, like, I'm a hunter. I like to hunt. I took those down and I've been replacing them with shelves. So there's a screw just waiting for a new shelf to come in. But that is the entire wrestling WWE Mattel Elite Basic Ultimate collection off of that step stool. There it is. Yeah, this whole room at some point is going to be filled with figures, which is pretty sweet. I got an entire shelf there I got to figure out what to do with. There's nothing here because when I open the door, that's where the door goes. And then I haven't put any figures above the shelf or above the doors here because I'm just worried that when the door slams, the figures are going to fall off. So since I don't have them on stands or anything like that. But yeah, that is the room tour, the updated room tour. The last one I did was about 3 or 4 months ago, and I've added numerous figures and changed things up. Gotten rid of I used to have the Superstars line and the retro figures and the Masters of the Universe, and I said it's just too much. I'm focusing strictly on Elites, Ultimates, and Basics now. And Basics, I only get the suited figures. So yeah, that is the tour. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you like what you see and you're like, oh man, I wish I could get some free figures from this dude. He seems like a cool dude. Subscribe to the channel. All of these figures are going to be given away. I do giveaways quite frequently, so get yourself subscribed to this channel. And with all that stuff said, hopefully you enjoyed the room tour, updated for the end of 2023. And hopefully we'll see you on the next video. Wrestling Rewind figure reviews guy just completed his newest updated room tour, and he's out.